What's going on, guys? This is Mike Corrigan with BAC Musical Instruments. Here in Kansas City, they call me the Horn Doctor. And what I do for a living is I make musical instruments. We repair them in a music store called the BAC Music Center, and we manufacture horns. How cool is that? So the question has been presented to me. My son or daughter is starting a band, and I know nothing about trumpets or trombones or saxophones and all this kind of stuff. So what do I do? How do I take care of this thing? Little Johnny's gonna go get a horn, they're gonna rent it or buy it or whatever. It's that time of year. So this video is going to inform you on some very fundamental, basic things on how to take proper care of your horn. So here's a trumpet. We're gonna talk about trumpet care. And a lot of what we're gonna discuss is gonna apply to piston brass instruments. The first thing is, what do I do? How do I take care of my trumpet? Well, let me tell you what. This is a very fragile instrument. It's made out of brass. You don't wanna like throw it around. That wouldn't be good, right? You know what I'm saying? That's not good. Don't treat your horn like that. Come on. What we're doing is we're talking about proper maintenance and proper way to handle your horn. What you just saw is a result of some madness and craziness, but it's also because of what your horn is made out of. Sometimes people think instruments are made out of steel and that they're indestructible. But no, they're not. This here is a piece of brass. This is what we make our trumpets and trombones out of. Look how soft it is. I got 9 fingers and I can bend it with my feet. Come on, look. Brass is very soft, it's very delicate. So take very good care of your instrument. No matter what you do, when you put it down with care. Here's a little tip, check this out. Whenever you put a horn down on the ground, always put the second valve slide facing up. You don't want to ever put it down like this because you might put it down too hard or whatever, and you may damage this slide right here. The other thing you'll do is you might push it into the casing and your second valve won't work. That's not good. We want to make sure all the buttons work. If your trumpet valves don't work, you may as well sing in the choir, sing along, whatever. If you need to have a working operational trumpet to be in the band. All right, so I'm going to talk about how to oil your valves, because I bet you that when you got your horn from the store, they probably sold you, or it came with a bottle of this stuff. This is called valve oil. This is BAC valve oil, and I'm going to show you how to oil your valves. There are right ways to do it, and there are wrong ways to do it. Let's talk about the wrong ways. Some people think that these little holes in the bottom of these bottom caps are for oiling valves, and then they just take their oil and they, no, that's not good. That is not good. What happens is when you oil your valves, and I'll show you the right way, all the dirt and grease goes down to the bottom. This is your bottom cap, this is your top cap. And if you oil it from the bottom, you're gonna push all that dirt and grease back up the valves, and they're gonna be really slow and sticky. So don't do that. So this is what we're gonna do. I encourage you to either put it on the ground, or not on the ground, put it on a table or your lap. You'll get more comfortable with it. You're gonna put it down somewhere very, very safe. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take the first valve, I'm gonna remove the top cap, righty, tighty, lefty, loosey, and I'm gonna pull it out slowly until you see the silvery part. See that silver part? That's the actual piston. Take your valve oil and you're gonna say, oil the valves, just like that. Oil is very cheap, so don't worry about using a lot of it. You wanna oil your valves every time you play. Some people ask, how often should I oil my valves? I would ask, how often do you oil your car? Because if you put oil in your car only when it makes really awful noises, that's not a good thing. So don't wait for your valves to be sticky, because if that's happening, they're wearing out. So make sure you oil your valves very frequently. I encourage every time you do it. All right, so that's good. The slides, these are supposed to move. If you got grandpa's old trumpet in the closet or the attic, or it was given to you, make sure these slides work. If they don't, bring it to a repair shop or a music store. They'll get them pulled out and greased. You might need to get it cleaned. We highly encourage you guys to get your horns professionally cleaned every year. So if it's sat in a closet for 10 years, think of all the families living in the horn. Get it clean, for crying out loud. All right, tuning slide grease, real easy. We like to use Hetman products. We use Hetman slide gel. That red grease is good. Whatever you use, sometimes even if you had to, cork grease will work. But make sure it's a lubricant that's intended for musical instruments. Don't get creative and clever and think you've learned some new thing. Petroleum jelly is not what you want to use. You do not want to use Vaseline on the tuning slides of your instruments. It's not good. It's going to basically fuse your slides if it sits for a long time. So try to get some product that's intended for musical instruments. Make sure you're greasing up everything. A couple of other things. We've got slide gel. And then the other thing we have is slide lubricant number 5 from Hetman. Not lubricant 4, but lubricant 5 from Hetman. And that is going to be for some of this stuff. When you get really proficient, your band director will tell you to move these other slides around. And having a little bit of a thinner grease or slide oil is going to be a good thing for that. All right, we're going to wrap this up with a couple more tips. You might have gotten this funny thing. This is a mouthpiece cleaning brush. Looks like a little Christmas tree. It is exactly what it sounds like it is for. It is for cleaning mouthpieces. This is your mouthpiece. That's what you get your buzz out of. You want to make sure this is clean. Sometimes you eat lunch, you have breakfast, dinner, and then you start playing your horn. If you do that a lot, the food's going to build up and you're going to have little families growing in your mouthpiece. That's not good. We don't want that. Take your tuning slide or your mouthpiece cleaning brush, scrub it out, warm water, a little Dawn dish soap in the sink, that's fine. In fact, warm soapy water, that's what this is called your snake is for. Warm soapy water is a great way to clean your horn in the bathtub. I would encourage you to talk to your band director or come to the BAC Music Center. We'll walk you through how to do it on your own, no cost at all. Or Google it. We'll do another demonstration later on how to clean a horn in a bathtub. Right now, this is basics. Last thing I'm gonna say, here you go. You got your case, you got your trumpet. You're gonna carefully put your trumpet in the case. You got your music. Look, check this out. I got a book right here. Rimsky-Korsakov. No, don't do that. Don't throw your music or your folder on your horn and try to jam that closer. You're gonna damage the horn. You're gonna push the slide in. Don't do that. Look at this. Here's another case. Same kind of thing. You put your horn in there nice. Oh, there's a horn in there. This is our BAC Apprentice case. No, you don't want to put your music on there. This particular case has a pocket for your music. Put it in your backpack. Get a little bag or a little satchel like Indiana Jones and carry your music separately. Those are some tips. I hope you learned some stuff. Good luck with your learning the trumpet, and come back. We'll do more videos on trombone, alto sax, all that fun stuff. Have a good one from the Horn Doctor.